Good morning guys, how you going? We thought we would just do a bit of an update of where we're at. We haven't sort of put anything up for a little while. We picked up the van and the 79 2 weeks ago. We got home, packed up, super excited. Everything was going to plan. And then, as you know, this COVID-19 kind of hit. So we sort of made the decision 2 Sundays ago that we would head off to South Australia. 150 k's heading that way. We kind of got some more information that they were stopping the borders. We sort of thought at that point maybe we could get across and we could sort of do our 2 weeks isolation and then travel around South Australia a little bit. As the news progressed, that kind of changed again, and we made the decision to head towards Perth, bunking down at my parents for a couple of days, had a little bit to do there, and then thought, right, well maybe we could at least travel around in WA. We have done WA a few times. We used to live in Caravan, so we had seen a bit, but you know, we were so excited. We've spent all this money and we really just wanted to head off. So we got as far as Dongra and stayed at Cliff Heads, and it was a really nice beach location. There was a handful of people there. Everybody was doing the right thing. They were all far apart. Where we were, we actually couldn't see anybody left or right. So we did a couple of days, headed back towards Albany. We sort of made a decision that we could maybe travel our way back to Albany. We decided that maybe it wasn't the best choice to head up towards anywhere in WA at that point. As you know, the news kept changing and changing, so we thought we could track our way back and do a little bit of camping, and the news changed again and things were shutting down and people weren't very happy about you traveling through small towns and things. So we got ourselves to Boddington and we did a little camp there overnight before we got back to our hometown of Albany. Again, there was 3 people parked up there, all keeping their distance. Very pretty little spot. Stayed the night and got ourselves back to Albany. So we thought we would just do a little bit of a walkthrough of the van, as we're super excited about it, and we're kind of just bunkering down and waiting for this to all pass. So I'll just take you through the van and see what you think. So when we were traveling previously, we have a dog, as you know, which is Indy, just over here, who's itching to get traveling as well, and probably hear her sooking in between. Indy, sooking in between wanting to get in the van. We really struggled with getting her washed. There's a lot of places in WA, you know, a lot of garages and things that you can wash your dog at, but as we travelled around, we seemed to find less and less. So an outside kitchen was outside shower was really important to us this time. A lot of van parks didn't want you washing your dog or your dog bedding, so we actually really pleased that we've actually got an outside shower, hot and cold for her, which will be really helpful. Just come this way. Outside table, which is really handy for your outside TV if you wish to watch the footy or whatever outside under your awning. We actually wanted an outside kitchen, which we hadn't had before. This one is quite good. It's got a bench space, 2 gas burner, hot and cold sink. Really nice and handy. I think cooking outside is a lot nicer when you're living in your van and sleeping and everything's in the one spot, so that's a really nice feature. We also, in the front boot, have got our Weber at the moment, but it is hooked up to put your Engel fridge or whatever sort of fridge you've got with 12 volts, so we've just popped that in there for now. We've gone with kind of like the green sort of darkish look. We've had white vans before, so we thought we'd go with a little bit something dark. Oh, and I just had to mention that somebody actually locked the keys in the van. Not mentioning any names. Hey Dave.
Yeah, Nick.
So we had to do a little patch up. unfortunately he's kind of had to cut a hole through there, and fortunately the keys were actually not on the bed or on the kitchen bench. They were on the floor just here, so he could actually hook through. So that was our little patch up until we can fix it properly. Alrighty, come on in, Dave. So we've gone with kind of like your black and greys. We sort of feel it's quite modern. It really appealed to us. The company that we dealt with had only done one similar to this, so we quite liked the colouring. I think it is quite modern, and I like the black hand catches. We've got the TV, we've got the Sirocco fan, which we're actually thinking now we might add another one, maybe two. Be nice to actually have one going into where you're dining. It's got ample cupboards, never enough for any woman, but I sort of offload some of mine into Dave's, of course. So plenty of cupboard space, both sides. You've got your 12 volt for your phone and everything in there, and when you want to charge up any of your iPads or just having your phone handy. I'll just get you to swap sides, Dave. There's I really like the fact that you've got, you know, enough space both sides, and this cupboard here is actually quite long. I think it would have been nicer to maybe be a little deeper, but I've actually chosen to put our underwear in the cupboards in the bathroom. I just want to show you opening these windows. We haven't had this style of window before. Dave had a little bit of an incident where I tend to sort of, when we park up, I come inside, open the hatches. We had a little pop top before, so I would come inside and do everything and open up all the windows, and I actually, these windows that were on their previous van didn't open as wide as these, so I just want to show you how wide these are. And this van is actually a bit higher. He actually walked straight into the window and cracked his head. So I think these windows are great. They open right out that far, which is brilliant if I hook it up the right way. So really easy to manoeuvre, and you've got your full privacy as well. So that's another fantastic thing which will keep Dave incident free as I set up. So we've gone with a custom build, which was a little bit more expensive, but we really liked the black look. So we had a custom sink done for the kitchen. We've got two 95 litre water tanks, two 65 litre water tanks, and one 65 litre filtered, which the filtered is all on the one tap, which is brilliant. I really like that idea because we actually had to, I'm a bit fussy with the water, I suppose, because we lived in Caravan and had a lot of calcium, and so we tended to sort of have bottled water. And I think just weight wise, I think it's brilliant that we don't have to cart all that water. And we are soda water drinkers, so we bought a soda stream as well, which is brilliant. So the drawers are pretty good, pretty ample, pretty substantial. I think if I had my chance again, I probably would like to make these two into as big a drawer as the pot drawer. I think that would have been better. However, it all still works. I think, you know, you can spread your stuff out enough to manage along. Microwave, that's just where we're putting all our spices and bits and bobs. A little bit of our food, just an empty one. Under your sink's pretty good as well. You seem to have a fair bit of room back there. Really happy with that space. This is our other food spot as well. This was the other food section, which actually had two areas that you put all your tin food in, and really just useless, you know, they don't really hold that much. And we all struggle with a bit of a bin area, you know, you kind of hang a bag somewhere. So we Dave just made these little brackets up, and we thought that was a really good idea to put our bin in there. This is our 4-burner gas hot plate. We didn't have an oven in the last one, so really pleased about that. It's quite a nice size oven and grill as well. Underneath the bed, which is still got most of our stuff in it. Quite good space to utilize anything that you sort of can't place anywhere else, and your bits and pieces, your few extra bits and pieces that you always need to carry. We've got a 3 100 amp hour lithium batteries which live under here. Which was really important to us. Bit of a coffee snob, I suppose. We sort of struggled along the road with you know, getting a decent coffee, so it was really important for us to have 2000 watt inverter on its own power, so everything's wired up to that, so you know, we can have our coffee machine going, can use the straightener. You know, we've got little inverter power points everywhere at the bed. We've also had one extra one put in the cupboard for the washing machine. Now, we didn't have a washing machine in our last van. We did have one in the previous one. I don't think it's a major, but it's just convenient. You know, you pull up to a caravan park, and along with everyone else that doesn't have one, you know, sometimes it's just not that convenient. So we're really pleased that we've got that. As I said, we put our underwear up here, which we thought was a lot more thoughtful, getting out the shower and using it from here rather than using those two smaller drawers. The shower, again, custom black tapware, and as you know, I'm not the most skinniest chick, so it's pretty roomy. You know, I think Dave, myself and Indy could probably fit in here. I'm pretty pleased with that. So black sink, black tapware again. Really pleased with that. Good amount of drawers and plenty of space in there. The fridge, 189 litre freezer. We've actually emptied it out, obviously, but we're so chockers in our freezer in the house that we've kind of overloaded into there for now. Another little storage space. This is just all your electrics and a couple of other cupboards, which, you know, it's definitely got ample, and you know, we all kind of feel like we need to fill it, which is never a great thing. You know, do try and keep your weight down. I think we've even possibly overloaded again, so we're going to scale that back again. Really happy with the layout. We actually flipped this kitchen. This table actually pulls out to a full-size table, which is really nice. So this was actually on the kitchen side, and we got a little bit more bench space by actually flipping the design, which was really nice. There's a pocket for your bits and bobs, I guess, keys and things, and another one behind here. Yeah, and yeah, really pleased with it, really happy with the colour. Bit of a shame that we sort of can't carry on our trip. Really quite saddened by the whole thing. It has cost a lot of money to set it all up, and we were super excited to, you know, show Australia through our eyes, but unfortunately, like everybody, we're all bunkered down at the moment with the unknown of what's going to happen. So I think just, you know, everybody stay safe, and, you know, let's all just be a little bit kind towards each other. I know there's a lot of things going on, a lot of sites that caravanning people are trying to get back home or trying to get somewhere safe. So, you know, just be a little bit kind to those people, and be a little bit understanding. You know, we are all trying to do the right thing. So yeah, we've just bunkered back down in our hometown of Albany. So, you know, if there's any questions or anything you want to know, you know, just like and subscribe, and we'll answer as much as we can. Take care, everybody, and we'll see you soon. Bye.